Alright, welcome back to the Apothecary Diaries, anime review, episode number 12. We're discussing episode 37 to 40 with this one, and this one basically in the adaptation of book 4 for the series. Each episode does not connect to it. It's basically each episode is a standalone episode. So the first one has Mao Mao and two of her friends where they check out the baths. The whole episode is about baths, and the whole thing of this one does lead into the next episode where, like, you have Liwa is there. She's the youngest of the concubines, where she is there because, well, it's revealed later on there's actually a ghost in her bathhouse. So, yeah, and this actually does draw a drawing point with her lady is waiting, who is not. Also, her former taste tester is actually her current head lady in waiting. Yes. Excuse me. Yes. So, basically, yeah, of course they have this hair removal thing, which involves string, which I've seen before, and there's also massages. They get possibly some stuff. Of course, it does play also a small role in episode 39, mostly for this one, but it's like the introduction for this one. 38 basically. Oh yeah, we investigated Nancy Ghost, where. Like, oh, it's a window. Apparently, this next room over from the bathhouse, which same building in the Crystal Pavilion, which it's a storage room. And when I check out what's going on in the room, so apparently the reason why they haven't reported anything is because apparently the building is fairly new. It's been around for a few years, but it's already starting to mold, and the foundation is about to fall apart in the room. And Gene Shi basically is informed about this, and I'm sure he's very concerned, given the fact this woman is basically a concubine. Of course, basically, no one knows this. Basically, it's a concubine of his brother. Yes. So, after basically pointing out what could have caused the ghost, it's basically a combination of the curtains and a copper mirror, which, of course, Li Lao basically was taken care of. And the fact the former Haiti waiting, who is not a very nice person, still thinks she's in charge, despite the fact she's not, attempts to take away her mistress's mirror, despite the fact that's not her job to do, and apparently she's wearing a very nice hairpin. A hairpin that does not belong to her. Even Gene Shi points out, though, this hairpin belongs to a concubine, not to former head lady in waiting. She's a slight old woman, and because of her rudeness to her mistress, she is, well, basically they give replacements. It's a big turning point for that one. And in case 39, I think it's the one who is the gossip girl. She basically gets she gets this hair from a low-ranking consort. So, and then she just happens onto a cart carrying ice. Now, another series I've watched, where ice apparently was a drug, this is actually ice. Because the the newest consort, she needs it for something because it's been hot, so it's broken. But so Mao Mao picks up the ice and proceeds to, well, make ice cream. Takes a bit of time, gives it basically to the eunuch, and that's it. Oh, and I think at one point again they actually do have Gene Shi have a disagreement with of course, well, basically the pure consort over overturning this. I think it's actually her lady waiting. Yeah. Return temporarily. Yeah, the second time that he did this. So in the case of the very next episode, 40, we do see return of Ma Mao's biological father. Also, the fact that in this particular 140, where Lei Ginsha basically is about to give birth, except that the baby is in the wrong position. From what I've heard, anyways, and this is definitely true, in order for a baby to be born, the baby needs to be upside down, not right side up. And because of the fact the feet basically on the bottom, that's not good. it needs to be churned. They call it like a bowel type of thing. Basically, what they're describing is that the best way to describe exactly of what basically Mau Mau is basically suggesting doing, it's what we now refer to as a C-section. Two of my cousins have gone through that. My aunt has gone through that too. So, yeah, it's something in my family, but it's not really a big thing. A lot of them, basically, three people have gone through it. It's something that probably was necessary to do, per se. Now, my sister did not go through this at all. My ex-sister-in-law did not go through this at all. They had normal births, no problem. So, it is suggested this might happen. So, Mau Mau suggests bring in, well, they just former basically a criminal, basically her adoptive father. And the reason why, well, because basically he's good medicine, and plus also he did help deliver the current emperor and the crown prince. So of course Gincha basically has no problem with that, given the fact that basically that the current emperor, the man who he helped deliver from the Emperor Dowager, is basically this is actually his child, which is quite interesting. And if you're really curious, basically Mama was out the father was a doctor, which she reveals that he's actually her great uncle. Yes, the man who raised her is her great uncle, and who adopted her. Yeah, apparently he was also possibly going to be a government official, but he became a doctor instead. And apparently the teacher at school does know him because he recognizes his handwriting immediately. And apparently that the simple things we happen in the course of the series, where like, oh, there was these notices posted he posted, and that gave basically some certainly winning basic ideas. And it's suspected that the woman head of the clinic might be responsible for the happenings over the course of the previous season of the show, even the current season. Some and all of it. Yes, and she has no proof of it. She just basically hypothesizes it in her head and looking at some books, and then all of a sudden, supposedly the woman who posed as a dead concubine is alive and well because of a resurrection drug. And she's got 2 needles, and she's also got one of her friends held hostage. Basically, it's like, oh, we're going to go on a trip. And the thing is, no one knows she's been kidnapped. And also, oh, yeah, we see the crown prince is actually the former consort, who it is rumored that this woman might be Jinchi's mom, given the fact that she looks exactly like him. Oh, and by the way, this woman, along with the narrator of the series, is voiced by Monica Real. Also, Momo's father has gotten married. Oh, he's got a wife now who plays basically go with him. So you're probably thinking, did he marry Momo's mom? Presumably, but they don't really say. But he must have also helped basically finance her treatments because she was sick and dying for years. And now apparently she's the wife of the chief basically the Grand Commandant, basically the chief strategist. I guess a woman in that position probably is well financially maintained. And apparently he had the rest of his own family for position head of the family. And apparently anybody who attempt to put him in his place, they mention here, they apparently crashed and burned. So it's like, this is my hypothesis, basically. What he's doing is like, you dare screw with me? Die. Don't ever mess with me. That's kind of his message here. And this is the first mention, oh, he's married. And they wonder where Mau Mau is. And we see the episode end with her on a carriage off someplace. Where? We'll find out tomorrow. And can you believe I only have 4 more episodes left to review for right now for the series? Well, to catch up, and then I'll walk on my next anime. Yep, but I would think of doing a video, but it's getting really late right now, so I'll see you all tomorrow. My reviews for the Apothecary Diaries, at least some comic corners, Our Last Crusade, The Rise of the World, and Fire Force. Okay, next video. Bye.